Hello everyone, we're on the road again. Having a bit of a snowstorm this evening, as you can possibly see. Actually, it's a little hard to see the actual falling snow, but you can see plenty of the extra stuff. So, we finally went out to go see Doctor Strange. I am, of course, your usual host, Mad Matt, and with me is Fox.
Hello.
I'm making sure that I can actually see you. There you are.
Yeah, I'm the
Needs
one
to
that
focus
gets
a
the
little.
joy of driving in this crowd. It's actually not that bad. So.
It's not. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's like maybe somewhere around 3 inches of snow today, altogether, supposedly. And as soon as I get home, it's going to be almost done, so I can snow blow, and the rest of the stuff, the fluff that's going to fall down, is just going to melt. So, well, snow blow, depending on how wet it is. So, as I said, we finally went to see Doctor Strange. It's a little belated. Sorry about that. It happens. I assume it was work for you? Is that what held you back?
Yeah, work and then the holidays. So, it was a combination of the two. So, I finally got some time.
Yeah, work, holidays, and the holidays is partially the reason why our run of Secret World is not done yet on this channel. But so, we finally got to see the latest Marvel movie. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, for first outing, it was good. I liked it. So.
I will also say it's probably the most emotive I've ever seen Cumberbatch. It's actually the most. Usually he seems so hollow and so flat.
Yeah, he did really well in this film. I was kind of nervous about it over a couple of months, but it felt like he really came into his own with the role. So.
If nothing else, I think he found his thing when he played Smaug. Even though it's not even on-screen acting.
Oh, yeah. It was good.
So he finally comes off as semi-charismatic on this one, so that's a good thing, because he does need to be at least somewhat charismatic, and we do need to generally like him, and he does go from kind of douchebag rich guy to a actual decent turnaround and being a decent guy at the end.
Yeah.
So much so that he even understands some of the flaws in his teacher, who happens to, I might add, perish in this film. By the way, I've seen that actress before. She's actually done a lot of really good work, and she even was in a couple of music videos of David Bowie.
Yeah.
The Ancient One, as she is called in this one. Yeah, she actually did a couple of music videos with David Bowie.
Interesting.
I'd have to show you them. I can't remember the titles off from the top of my head. It's some of the more recent stuff he did, actually, like early 2000s. Anyway, good actors all around. I also had an actual running gag with one of the librarians/keepers.
Yep.
Where he would constantly try to make like musical references and stuff, and the guy would just act like he doesn't get it. And then at the very end, because he caught Doctor Strange sneaking through a book when he shouldn't have, when he wasn't supposed to be prepared for it yet. And they're like, don't you realize all the problems and implications that this could arise? And he's like, what, you didn't say anything beforehand? It's like, it's in the back. And he's like, well, why would you put the warnings in the back?
Yeah, the warnings should be before the spell,
And that's literally his line to the main bad of this particular story is, oh, you're about to get everything that you asked for. By the way, warnings are always put at the ends of the spells, not the beginnings. Your fault for not reading.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a nice turn for that character, and my phone's vibrating in case you're wondering why I'm acting a little fishy here. Overall, great story. Visuals. I think this is another Warcraft where the visuals actually, the basics of them are fairly simple and we've seen them before, but they're done in such an interesting way.
Yeah, and very extreme. Like they very. Yeah, it's mind-bending. It's like,
It's modern-day psychedelics.
Right, yeah, pretty much.
That's at least what it needs to be for a starter, at least, to get people introduced to it.
Yeah, but, I really like how they play around with the graphics. I mean, it's really... Yeah, it's... and there's times where it feels really busy and there's a lot going on, but it's supposed to feel that way. Like, it's supposed to feel intimidating and confusing and disorienting.
Because it probably is for the characters involved.
Yeah, exactly, and it does it very well. So, there's some places where, the graphics aren't supposed to be disorienting and they come off that way anyway. So it's good to see a film where, it fit, it needed it, and they did it well, so...
Also, speaking of the visuals, Dark Realm. Please more black lights next movie, please.
Yeah.
We're going to have a rave up in this Doctor Strange movie. Dormammu's going to wonder why the hell everyone from Earth keeps visiting his realm and swinging all these glowing sticks. What is that sound that is playing? Yeah. It's the root sandstorm. Also should add that it was an interesting twist in order to make the bad guy of this one actually fail. It was a very clever but interesting twist. So basically, Strange finds out that he can. There's a special eye of something. I forget what the full name of it was. But it's a necklace that he has almost regularly these days. But this is obviously his early years as Sorcerer Supreme. And so he learns that it helps with dealing with magic that alters time. And he uses this to help him because he's facing Dormammu and he has absolutely no way of fighting Dormammu right now. But he needs to face him and he needs to make Dormammu force his XPs on Earth to give up and return them home so Doctor Strange can save his planet. And he's only going to do so after Dormammu stops killing him and allows him to stop a time loop, because otherwise his realm is outside of time. So he keeps witnessing Strange bothering him over and over and over and over again and keeps demanding to have a chance to bargain. And unless he stops this, Strange will haunt him for literally all time, even though he does no sense or understanding of the word. It was just that little twist. It's like, because you just see Strange die in some of the worst ways possible.
Yep. And he learns a valuable lesson that every programmers know: infinite loops suck.
But yeah, essentially it gets to the point where Dormammu's just like, What? What do you want? What do you want? What will get you away from me? I don't want to be your trap anymore! You take your guys that offered themselves up to you. You take them away from Earth, and you never come back here again. Promise? Promise, he says. Pinky swears with crossed fingers behind his back. He'll still make attempts at it. But he'll get rid of these guys, and these guys get exactly what they wanted. Immortality in a dark hole. So, any other final thoughts, I guess?
Yeah, it was kind of interesting how they played around with the concept too of like, it's like whether or not the rules need to be followed and how pure you are with your teachings, and it's very much takes on kind of like different, like it had very much religious undertones to it, where like you could feel like certain people are like, okay, this is like the literal words, we gotta follow it to a T, we can't deviate at all, whereas like the protagonists are like, yeah, in spirit it works, but you gotta be willing to play around, and eventually like even though the protagonists do have to bend the rules to get the outcome they want, like it sets up a good villain for the next one. For just keeping it, gotta have that pure tautology, the pure belief, and gotta follow the strict scripture. So it's very interesting how they set that up and how they kind of walk that line throughout it.
I like the fact that it's sort of religious in some ways, but also it's very much a clear statement of not everything is always black and white.
Right, yeah.
Everything is shades of gray, and it's just depending upon what shade of gray you're trying to at least be. And obviously, Strange and the Ancient One are trying to be as light of a gray as they possibly can be.
Right, exactly.
And spoilers again for anyone who doesn't know, essentially the Ancient One has become ancient because she gave up some power over to Dormammu, the guy who's trying to destroy Earth, in order to allow her to live as long as she has lived. But also, at the same time, she's also not stupid enough as some of her students who left to try and, force immortality on herself. Because even she would call it a curse, and she even does so pretty bluntly at one scene, as I recall. So, Yeah, it's an interesting look on things, and also the ending bits were interesting, especially the first pre-credits one was pretty amusing.
Oh, yeah.
A little extra excerpt from Thor, and it's a build-up for his movie, what, next year? 2 years?
Yeah, I think it's a 2017. Or
it's probably a later 2017, I'm thinking.
Yeah, if it is next year, it's probably going to be late next year.
Mm-hmm. So, looking forward to that. And they also had reissued the movie trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy this time around, too. And little Groot is still adorable. Can't wait till he's big enough to have Vin Diesel voice him again, though.
You're right.
The fact that he learned every language in the world as to how to say I am Groot. So he's literally voicing every version around the world for Groot.
Nice.
So, alright, those are our thoughts. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye. See you next time.